Shalom and good evening. I'm Jonathan Hessen, and this is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Israel launches a major counter-terror operation against 3 terror-infested towns in the northern West Bank district of Samaria. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu pledges to return all of the 108 hostages in Hamas captivity back to Israel by all means necessary. Iran's military chief of general staff reasserts Tehran's pledge to attack Israel for the targeted killing of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. Hostilities continue to intensify on multiple Israeli fronts, including the northern West Bank district of Samaria, the Gaza Strip, in addition to Lebanon and Syria. In Samaria, Israeli security forces began a counterterrorism operation in the towns of Jenin and Tulkarem, effectively eliminating armed terrorists from the air and ground, dismantling explosives planted under roads, and confiscating a large quantity of weaponry. According to the IDF spokesperson's unit, a total of 9 terrorist operatives were eliminated in 3 separate strikes. Meanwhile, in the Gaza Strip, in a joint IDF and ISA counterterrorism operation, the IAF struck and eliminated 5 terrorists located within an operations room in the area of Nul Shams. The structure was said to have been used by Hamas operatives to conduct terrorist activity and harm IDF soldiers in the area. Israel's latest mission, which coincides with additional efforts to eradicate the Islamist Hamas and its terror affiliates throughout the Gaza Strip, was executed following the successful rescue operation of Qaid Alkadi, an Israeli hostage that took place yesterday afternoon.
Today, Israeli special forces successfully rescued one of our hostages from Hamas captivity in Gaza. During a complex rescue mission, Qaid Alkadi from the Bedouin community of Rat, who was kidnapped from Israel by Hamas terrorists during their massacre on October 7th, has been rescued. He is alive. He is back home in Israel. We cannot go into many details of this special operation, but I can share that Israeli commandos rescued Qaid Alkadi from an underground tunnel following accurate intelligence. His medical condition is stable and he will undergo examination in hospital. His family had been waiting 326 days to receive the news they did today. But there are still 108 hostages whose families are still waiting to hear news that their loved ones are home. And they should know that we will not rest until we fulfill our mission to bring all our hostages back home. We will pursue the return of our hostages through all means possible. I repeat, through all means possible.
Following his successful liberation, Qaid Alkadi was transferred to the Soroka Medical Center, where his family rushed to greet him after 326 days in Hamas captivity.
He underwent initial evaluation in our emergency department. He appears to be in general good condition, but will require another day or 2 of medical tests to make sure he is still okay. We are ecstatic with his family. Watching him unite with his children, his brothers, was a heartwarming moment for all of us, and we hope to be able to experience such moments with many more returned captives here at Soroka Medical Center.
يعني إن شاء الله كان أكثر منه وبركة دعاء رجع الله.
يعني دعيت لي والحج ودعيت لي كمان.
الحج أكثر منه دعاء بيصل السبب.
الحج كمان وصلت المستشفى ده التقت معاه ولا الساعة؟
لا ما فيش.
ما فيش صعب عليك.
متأكد وشفته وحلمت فيه برجع.
خبرتوها.
أكيد.
In the aftermath of the heroic rescue, Israeli Defense Minister Yoav Gallant met with a team of the Israeli Naval Commando Unit, Flotilla 13, that spearheaded the fruitful operation.
מה שאתם חווים זה חוויות שלדעתי לוחמים בשייטת 13 לא חוו מאז ומעולם, אולי במלחמת יום כיפור בחלק מהזמן. אבל המציאות הזאת שבה יש לחימה יום אחרי יום אחרי יום, מבצעים בכל מקום, בים, ביבשה, בעזה, בלבנון, בזירות אחרות. זה דבר שאנחנו לא עשינו אף פעם. ואני חושב שזו גאווה גדולה להיות לוחם בשייטת 13 בתקופת המלחמה. יש לנו מחויבות מלאה להביא את כל החטופים בכל הדרכים האפשריות, מבצעיות ואחרות. ואנחנו נחזיר אותם, וההישגים מתחילת המלחמה הם מאוד מאוד גבוהים. עשינו דברים מאוד משמעותיים בזכותכם, בזכות תהליכים שעשינו. התוצאות הן מרשימות, אבל אנחנו מחויבים להביא את כל החטופים עד החטוף האחרון.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held a phone conversation with the rescued hostage, who is a member of the southern Israeli Bedouin tribe. Subsequently, Netanyahu highlighted Israel's unyielding resolve to return each and every one of the 108 hostages who remain in Hamas captivity.
ברוך שובך הביתה, פרחן קאדי. אני מברך את צה"ל והשב"כ על עוד מבצע שחרור מוצלח. אנחנו פועלים ללא לאות להחזיר את כל חטופינו. אנחנו עושים זאת בשתי דרכים מרכזיות, במשא ומתן ובמבצעי שחרור. שתי הדרכים גם יחד מחייבות נוכחות צבאית שלנו בשטח ולחץ צבאי בלתי פוסק על החמאס. אנחנו נמשיך לפעול כך עד שנחזיר את כולם הביתה.
It is important to note that Netanyahu's voiced resolve to maintain an Israeli military presence along the Philadelphia corridor, which is essential to negate Hamas' aspirations to revive itself, remained the main point of contentions in ongoing negotiations for a hostage release deal, in exchange for far-reaching Israeli concessions, including the release of hundreds of terror operatives incarcerated in Israeli prisons, and a temporary suspension of hostilities that the United States, Qatar, and Egypt all hope will subsequently turn into a permanent ceasefire. Therefore, when asked for the IDF's professional position on whether it believes it should withdraw from the strategic corridor in exchange for a deal, the military spokesman stressed that the IDF's job is not to dictate policy.
באשר לציר פילדלפי, בשעה שאני מדבר פה עכשיו, כוחות צה"ל ממשיכים לסרוק את המרחב, להשמיד תשתיות טרור, להשמיד במרחב הזה מנהרות כאלה ואחרות. אנחנו גם חושפים אותם, גם חוקרים אותם, מנטרלים אותם ומשמידים אותם. באשר לציר פילדלפי עצמו, התפקיד של צה"ל הוא לייצר מרחב חלופות רחב לדרג המדיני, על הביטחון בציר פילדלפי. כך פעלנו, כך נמשיך לפעול. מי שקבל את ההחלטות זה הדרג המדיני.
Turning to Israel's northern front, where exchanges of fire between Hezbollah in Lebanon and the IDF in Israel persist. A vehicle transiting from Syria to Lebanon was struck while driving near the Zabadani Bridge on the Damascus-Beirut highway. According to separate reports, 4 terror operatives affiliated with Hezbollah and Palestinian Islamic Jihad were killed in the strike, which Syrian authorities attribute to Israel. And while hostilities between Iran's proxies and Israel continue, the Islamic Republic of Iran once again emphasized that it remains determined to attack Israel to avenge the elimination of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Tehran.
از این عمل جنایتکارانه چه توسط محور مقاومت و چه توسط جمهوری اسلامی ایران قطعی است. جمهوری اسلامی ایران در بازی‌های تحریکات رسانه‌ای و غیر آن نمی‌افتد و خود نسبت به چگونگی و زمان اقدام انقلابی خود تصمیم خواهد گرفت. محور مقاومت نیز هر کدام به تناسب توانمندی‌ها و تدابیر خود این انتقام‌ها را صورت خواهند داد که روز گذشته بخشی از آن را شاهد بودیم.
In light of the latest threats, which coincide with additional threats emanating from Syria and Iraq, Pentagon Press Secretary Major General Pat Ryder stressed the United States' continued commitment to support the defense of Israel and its forces worldwide.
There have definitely been actions by Iranian-backed groups in Iraq and Syria as it relates to attempting to conduct rocket attacks against Israel. Largely unsuccessful, but we've seen that. We've also seen those groups attack U.S. forces that are in Iraq and Syria in support of the enduring defeat of ISIS mission. So, what they may do in the future, I can't predict. But we take that threat seriously, and we'll continue. And just like we're going to continue to support the defense of Israel, we will stay very focused on ensuring that our forces are protected as well, and we won't tolerate any attacks against our forces. And to purposely belabor the point, if we are threatened or attacked, we will always respond in a time and manner of our choosing.
Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. I would also like to thank all of you who support TV7 Israel, as it allows us to produce our daily news productions, which are exclusively donation-based. Separately, I would like to encourage you to pray for the peace of Jerusalem. I am Jonathan Hessen, wishing you an Erev Tov, and hoping to see you again during our upcoming TV7 updates. Until then, Shalom from Jerusalem.